Hello, and this is Big Bambo. I've got another Japanese package. I can't wait to open it. I know exactly what's inside. So you know what? I'm going to get opening it. Just glued to the package. That's a bit odd. Oh, this bin is full. Thanks a lot, Xbox. You filled my bin. I'm just gonna reach inside for the bubble wrap. Gotta put this in the bin. Put the bubble wrap in the bin, like I didn't have enough bubble wrap in my bin anyway. I really do need more bubble wrap in my bin. That's definitely a fact. I need so much more bubble wrap. I just don't have enough in there. I'm just gonna check there's something else in this thing. No. And here it is, guys. I finally got it. The Japanese version of the original Sly Cooper. Yes, I finally have it. Woohoo! This case seems to be in really nice condition. I really like it, and oh my god, it has a custom spine. I love it when Japanese games have a custom spine. When they don't, it's just boring. I mean, the Japanese version of the second game has a custom spine, and no, it doesn't have a custom spine, and that's kind of boring. Surely it has blue text, but it doesn't have a custom spine. This spine looks awesome. I love it. It just looks so cool. I've been looking for this game for months. I was trying to find this game roughly around the same time I was trying to find the Japanese PS2 version of Vesta Tricky. But of course, I managed to find that first. This I couldn't find. I found some Italian person trying to sell it, but they didn't specify their postage, so that was really annoying. But then, not too long ago, I found a Japanese person selling it with the postage specified. So that's I knew I had to buy it, so I bought it, and here it is in all of its glory. Here's the front cover. I've stated before that I just love this cover. It's just so cool. It looks so awesome. I just love the artwork. Here's the back. You got Sly jumping out. You got some screenshots. You got his partners. You got information, and it looks cool. And then there's the inside. You got the disc. The disc practically looks identical to the disc for the Japanese version of the second game. There's some scratches. It's really clean. Few scratches, but definitely not too bad. And it came with this thing. This mobile site information thing. It's got a Peepo monkey from Ape Escape. Then you got a phone there. And you got more stuff. Then you got this game down here. I don't know what this game is. I've never heard of it, honestly. You got this iMode and J-Sky thing, which is like phone things for Sony, I guess. You got this screenshot, which I think is from a game called Dark Cloud, I think. Dark Cloud 2, I think. You got some more screenshots. I mean, you've got this XI thing, I don't know what that is. An Ape Escape game. These two games. And these things, yeah. As you can see, the game didn't come with its manual. And usually, I would turn around and say, I'm not getting it. But, I do have some good news. Because, you know, my Japanese copy of Sly 2 came with both the manual for it and the original Kaitou Sly Cooper, so that's cool. And of course, as you can see, the discs look very similar. I mean, this disc has a 2 and it has a Sly silhouette on it, and this one doesn't, and there's the logo on it. But they're still very similar discs. So here's the manual for the second game, but I don't really need that right now. What I need is this. The Japanese manual for the original game. Now, it's in infinitely worse condition than the one for the second game. It is damaged. But it's still a lot better than my Sonic Heroes Japanese manual. Tell you that much. And I'm just going to look inside. I did take a quick glance of it back when I bought Side 2. This book belongs to the Sly Cooper logo. And it's a shame that they didn't pick Japanese artwork. That's just disappointing. And yes, we get some Japanese artwork. Yeah. This is about the story and characters. And it talks about them, and you got them, and man, that's where it starts talking about the characters. Man, there's so much Japanese in this thing, and it has. Okay, this is weird. This uses the Japanese words for story and characters, and not their kind of cognates, but this uses them. That's a bit odd. And you got more screenshots, which I believe are from the game. Then you got start game, with like how you start the game and how you play the game. Mainframe, I guess. Controls, pause menu, action, which I guess are all of the moves you can do. Mysterious Fifi action. That's odd. Special attack, machines and vehicles, items, gimmicks, staff credits, and extras with the Sly Cooper that was graced to the Korean cover. Why is he in this manual? Ugh. And yeah, now I can put this manual in its proper home. Well, I'm putting this at the bottom. But now, this manual can go back in its home. The inside may be rough around the edges, but the manual itself, the inside, look, feels really good. Although it is a shame that it doesn't look as good on the outside as this, and it doesn't feel as nice as this. That's disappointing. And now this case feels normal again. Good. I just want to compare it to the Greatest Hits American cases, the only American PS2 game I own. And that's the cover. I do prefer the Japanese cover, it's a lot cooler, but it's alright, better than Korean cover. Here's the back. Honestly, it doesn't look as good as the Japanese back. That just looks cooler. And yeah, that's what the disc looks like. It's in one of these really cheap plastic things. I hate these. These are just so cheap. They're just so annoying. I mean, Japanese and European PS2 games, they come in these nice plastic ones which you press down. They're just so nice. And I don't know if most American games come in those plastic things, but at least this one doesn't. And it doesn't even have a memory card on like PAL and Japanese games. But at the very least, American covers consistently have custom spines. That is one good thing. Here's the manual, which is in mint condition, but I did buy this game brand new, so I haven't even looked in it, so you'd expect it to be mint. And, of course, it looks the same inside. It's got the same style. It's got the "this belongs to" thing again. Although the Korean Sly Cooper was in the American manual too. Oh, and of course, the manual's not as nice. Unsurprising, but still true. Just put this back in here. So yeah, that's the Japanese version. I've noticed that Japanese games seem to take a tiny bit more memory space on a PS2 memory card than PAL games do. I don't know why. Maybe it's harder to compress Japanese onto a disc. I don't know. But I just don't know. I mean, according to the back of the American box, it will use up 49 kilobytes, but the Japanese one will cost up 50. According to the back, of course. And when you put it on the PS2, it is the value does change, but still weird, and I noticed it. Although, when you put most Japanese logos for when they're on the memory card, they look the same as their North American European counterparts, usually. The only PS2 game at least, and even PS1, but this is a PS2 game, that I found with a different memory card icon is Ratchet & Clank Size Matters. You know, and the only reason I can tell is because it's got the Japanese logo on it. That's the only way I can tell. I don't own the PAL version, but I don't think they'd have the Japanese logo on the PAL icon. But yeah, that's my Japanese copy of Sly Cooper. Finally got it. It took long enough, but man, it's great. It's in really good condition. It didn't come with the manual, but I've already got the manual, so I don't care. Well, I would care if I didn't have the manual, but I do have the manual, so I don't care. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing video. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. I'm so happy that I finally got this in my collection. This is Big Bang Bot signing out.